Firstly, I'd like to apologise for the constant change of the picture size. It's not professional and it's not acceptable, and it won't happen again. In this video, we're putting together the alarm panel, which is very simply a piece of wood with all the alarm panel components stuck to it. This whole process took days, if not weeks, to finish. It was messy and a little bit tricky with all the wiring and cabling going everywhere. But yeah, it all comes together in the end. And here it is. Obviously all the cables are tidied up later on. This is the main control unit. This is the shock sensor. And this is the remote central locking. What are door triggers, I hear you all screaming. So, in order to sense when a door has been opened, I use the internal lighting dome circuit, tapped into that using some diodes and some other technology, and wired these all into the control unit. Okay, so the first thing we're going to test is the door triggers. If I set the alarm and open the door, after a delay, the alarm should go off. Okay, alarm is set. That's working great. Okay, so now we're going to test the foot brake trigger. If I start the car and put my foot on the brake, it should lock all the doors, aka creep mode. Okay, so now I'll put my foot on the brake. All the doors locked. Why am I doing all this, you may ask? Well, security is a priority, and Even though most modern cars come with this sort of basic technology, this Vito is from 1999 and does not have any of it. So, yep, we are going back to basics and doing it all ourselves. Okay, so now we'll test the Immobilizer. So if I set the alarm and try to start the car should not turn over and the alarm should trigger. Alarm set. Try to start it. Nothing. That's working perfectly. I think we can all agree that nothing in this world is more intimidating than a flashing LED light. So naturally that was something I wanted to install in the cab to deter any would-be thieves. Okay, this LED gives the status of the alarm system. So if I set the alarm, this should flash to show that the alarm is currently set.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
By installing a kill switch, it allows me to isolate the ignition coil completely. So when the kill switch is engaged, it's completely impossible to turn over the vehicle. Good for parking in those slightly dodgy areas. Okay, now we're going to test the kill switch. This will be off camera because I don't want to publicise where I've hidden it, but it's hidden under the dashboard. So if I set the kill switch, okay, kill switch is now disconnected everything. So if I try and start the car, absolutely nothing happens. Anybody who's lived in vans or caravans will know that monitoring your battery levels is so important to make sure they're in good health and everything is charging correctly. So this is the first of a few voltmeters I'll be installing in the van. This one's going in the front and it's going to monitor the deep cycle batteries and the cranking battery as well. And here we have the voltmeters for the main and auxiliary batteries. Allows me to keep an eye on the voltages from the front. Any of my OG fans will remember I installed a couple of LED lights in one of the first episodes, but it wasn't enough. So I am upgrading with a 23-inch LED light bar. 200,000 lumens in total, should be perfect for illuminating the road and spotting all those kangaroos and wombats that like to hang out in the road at night time.